Hi Ben Franklin families, Mrs. Scrupa here, and today we're going to take our art project outside. I think you would enjoy doing this with your family. I'm going to be doing it with my kids, and we're going to be doing some pendulum painting. So what that means is we're going to need some supplies to work outside. You're going to need a big sheet of paper. I have a few sheets here I'm going to tape together to make one large paper so we can see this together. Some liquid paints, and also some water to dilute them when you get them in their cups. Some cups. I only have some throwaway plastics, but if you have paper cups, that works fine. String or yarn, tape, scissors, and I am going to use my broom as my pole that I'm going to use to hang the paint cup from. If you have just some sticks or something like that, you can use that also. And then two objects that are of equal height. I'm going to be using my lawn chairs and set it up this way. So let's get started and see how this turns out. A pendulum is a suspended object that, when moved, swings freely back and forth from point A to point B. Getting set up here in my backyard, I took one of my plastic throwaway cups and I carefully put a hole over here, and then a hole also down on the bottom. If you have a paper cup, it'll be definitely easier. And then I put a piece of string through those two side holes, because that's where we're gonna hang this. And you can see I have my setup here. I have my two chairs back to back, little space between them. I have my broom, so I have something to hang the paint cup on. And then I put down here my paper underneath, okay? Let me move this out of the way. We don't need that quite yet. Before I go and hang up my cup, I don't want the paint, as I start to fill it now, to drip out of it before I'm ready for it. So I'm gonna take a little piece of packing tape, duct tape, any kind of tape, and just kind of cover that so the paint doesn't drip out of it, all right? And then what I'll do is, I'm gonna come around here, and I'm going to hang it on the broomstick, just like that, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll fill this with some paint, not a lot of paint, just a little bit, mix it with some water so the paint gets diluted. It'll kind of weigh this down a little bit, and then we'll just carefully swing this. You can go in a circular, you can go back and forth, and see where the paint goes, okay? Hopefully it's not too windy. Let's see. That should be all right. All right, so first things I'm gonna do is, that's covered, I'm going to put a little paint in there. Madison, can you get me the water jug, please?
Yes.
So there's that. All right, I'm gonna fill that with some water. I have a plastic knife here. I'm just gonna mix it. And let's see if this works. I'm gonna carefully peel off the tape, and let it go back and forth.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool. Let's see.
I wonder if you can do it with other colors.
Let's see if I can get you guys to come over here with me. See, so you can just kind of, it's kind of empty with the paint at the moment, but you can see it starts going back and forth. Now you can rinse this out, fill it with the same color, or rinse it out and put a new color in it and keep going. So let's see what else we can create. right, I hope you had a lot of fun making this pendulum painting with me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did it with your family, I hope you guys had a good time as a family doing it. You can see, like I suggest, you do it outside. I do have some paint on my chairs. It is a little bit of a messier project, but with the nicer weather, I think doing it outside, it's a nice thing to do. And then you can just kind of hose off any extra paint. I'm gonna let this dry fully because you can see it's very drippy. Let it dry completely, and then I'll find a nice place to hang it and display it. I did not use permanent paint. I used a temper paint, a washable paint, and I would suggest you do the same thing. Play around with your consistency if you need to water it down or not. Some of my paints are thinner than others, and you'll have a good time just playing around with the different colors and then seeing how they mix. Can you zoom in on that, Michael? See the different colors of how they mix, and as they dry, they'll start to mix a little bit more in different areas. All right, Ben Franklin family, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.